Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony's Fix Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving live free picks for today's card. And today's show, well, we'll have picks for Major League Baseball. Well, we finally have a Wednesday when we don't have 15 games, 14 on the card. I think it's the first time in a long time. Usually Wednesday would be, we would not have like the full 15. We'd have 12 of travel spots, but 14 today. We have a single from the W, and make sure you guys hit us up with that like, that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it here for you every day here on the Tony's Fix Morning Show. And, of course, the first thing we're going to do here is meet the cappers and get right to the fixes. We don't mess around here on the Tony's Fix Morning Show. Let's to Rod. Rod, what's happening?
No, not too much. Nice winning day yesterday, so can't complain about Tuesday's action. Hope you were tuned into the happy hour. We swept the WNBA action there and went 5-0 in all the plays I gave you there on the happy hour. So good day in the W, good day in MLB. The only one of the losses I dropped, I took a shot with the Astros. Man, did they ever deal? What a game! A crappy way to end it. Nobody likes seeing a walk to end the game 1-0. But hey, it's what it is in that one. It was awful in that one. But two pitchers that were dealing. I noticed that those two starters yesterday, Scooble and Brown, man, they almost had identical numbers. Both had 24 starts and both had 15 quality starts. And the ERA, I think, was a 0.3, I think, difference. A 0.03, I think, was the difference between those two guys this year. So they didn't disappoint. Nothing. Shootout all the way to the end. What a game!
What a game there! It got good coverage there on TBS. I didn't know they were doing baseball. At least old school cable networks on baseball.
Old school cable networks.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we didn't have to around, and I was like, "What the heck is that?" I was like, "Really? I'll watch that."
Yep. No more streaming services there. Let's go to Chris. Chris, what's happening?
Well, not much. Coming off a 2-1 day there. Got our best bet with the White Sox in the first 5 before that game exploded there. And just the Braves came back and did what they did there. But at least we got White Sox in the first 5, so that was a good catch there. Then also got Arizona. Dropped Texas, but that's okay in that one there. Just thought it was a decent spot for them. And, went 5, hit 5 of the home runs in the home run hit list yesterday. So a very good Dinger Tuesday there for us. All in all, pretty good day. Been pretty decent, 11-6 on the last 7 days. So just ready to get to it.
Very good. Let's go to Sean. Sean, what's happening?
Another win yesterday. We'll take it. Just one game, one winner. Free picks, 2-1 at the end of the show. Keep that going. So, 20 games over 500 there with our free picks. So, again, I'm just going to take it easy. Again, another easy day today. Another winner up for the solo game there. So, see how we do. It's been paying off the last few weeks, just tightening up the reins with the way the schedule's been. So, I'm a creature of habit. I'm not going to change. I'll keep doing that. Yeah. And we're winning. So that's all that matters.
It's getting a little tighter now when there's nothing else to head on. That's usually what happens in the baseball market when we get into August and right before football. All speaking of streaming, the NBA going to have a primetime game every day, it looks like. But good luck finding the channels. I mean, they're all over the place, from Peacock to ESPN, almost a different network. Amazon's going to start showing games, and people are screaming because they're going to have an 11 p.m. Eastern game once a week. People were screaming on Twitter about that. I mean, come on, that's not very happy. But anyway.
I like 11 p.m. Eastern games.
I don't mind it.
I don't mind a late night game rolling in the background as we're doing some late night capping here on this end.
Yeah,
I feel for the East Coast guy that was going to be like 1 a.m. 11 p.m. Eastern, and be halftime, and be like midnight, be like still 10 o'clock over this end of the woods. So I can see why there's you got half that are up in arms and half is like, that's not bad.
Yeah. Some didn't mind, but it's only one, guys. It's only one day a week. I think it's Tuesday night when there's 11 Eastern. I think it's Amazon Prime is going to run an 11 Eastern game. So
all 42 family members won't be upset going to the game, so it won't be upset.
I know they won't be upset. That's right. Hopefully less commercials than the TNT. You ever go to a TNT NBA game? My God, how many commercials there are?
Oh my goodness.
Horrible. I mean, being in person for that is horrible. I've been to a few games on TNT and live in person. Oh, it's just miserable having to sit through 5-minute commercials, man.
But you don't got to worry about that for the WNBA because there are no commercials because nobody pays for it. That's why they're in the boat. That's why they're in the boat they're in, which is why I joke about them. Because can we? How the hell are they? They turned down $1 million. Is that right? They turned down a huge right.
They turned down a big raise. I think 5 times their money, but. It doesn't help when these owners brag about the value of their team. Just keep that quiet. They're trying to and how much these expansion teams are going for. So they're just playing leverage.
I think people forget that what these channels pay for the NBA, they don't pay for the WNBA.
Yeah.
That's a bonus. That's an add-in. That's like when you purchase your subscription and they throw in this for you.
Yeah.
We'll throw in these couple channels. Well, yeah, that's what they do. So when you buy your
NBA
subscription, they throw in the
they got Ion. Ion does the Friday nights. I don't know what the contract is. I know it's Ion has one. Amazon Prime has it. They're on Amazon Prime. They're on CBS Sports Network. So there's some that I know ESPN, ABC has them. CBS doesn't have NBA, and they're on CBS too. So there are some separate deals that are just WNBA as well, because it's like they're all over the place trying to find games too.
But you got to remember, it just been a couple of years since this thing's actually been watching, right?
Caitlin Clark's
the last couple
of
years, since Caitlin Clark came in, people have actually been tuning into the WNBA. I remember before Caitlin Clark, nobody was talking about the WNBA. Someone could have threw a profile, a purple, on the dinosaur in the middle of the thing, and no one would have even batted an eye. It might have been the last page news that
I had read that sports betting helped baseball more than any other sport, but that was a couple years ago. I don't know if what's the impact it's had on WNBA, but I know someone did a study a couple years ago saying that online sports legal betting helped baseball more than any other sport.
I don't know if it was the NBA or NFL, someone posted, I think it was on Twitter, of all the streaming services you need to watch the games.
Yeah.
And it was like $1,400-$1,500. I don't know if it was NFL. Is it the NFL or was the NBA? Was that?
The NBA. The NBA is going nuts this year.
Right? Because they're on, I forgot what it was, but it was need Apple, Amazon, Peacock.
Paramount.
Paramount Plus.
Paramount
Plus. Like you need.
That sounds like WWE. I think that's WWE. Like they're the same way. USA Network. I mean, they're all going that direction. So
look at UFC is going to be on Paramount Plus. So moving forward, all the UFC is on Paramount Plus.
That's easy. It's one place. One place. There you go.
Yeah, so much easier. One little in you go, and there you go. You get all your UFC coverage one little spot.
All right, let's get to the picks, guys. Let's start off with the early one. Start here. Blue Jays and Pirates. We got the Blue Jays here, $1.65, total 8.5. Mariners and Phillies. It's the Phillies here, $1.46, total 8.5. Astros and Tigers. It's the Astros, $1.21, total 8.5. Guardians and D-backs, day game there. D-backs, $1.13, total of 9. And we close it out with Cardinals and Mets. I'm sorry, Cardinals and Marlins. It's the Money Marlins here, $1.19, a total of 8.5 now, showing up in many places. We get started with Rod.
Yeah, first one I'm looking at here is I like the Pirates here in the first 5. I don't like what we've seen from Bassett over his last couple starts. He's definitely giving us some hits, giving up some runs. He went 9 innings over his last couple starts and giving up 10 hits, 6 earned runs, 3 home runs, getting himself in trouble with the walks, 6 walks in those starts. And you know what happens? You get yourself in losing control issue, as they say. It's not good. And you look at the other side of things, hey, Ashcraft's been rolling along for the Pirates. One of these guys that went from reliever to starter and has had 2 starts and looked real good in both of them. First start went 3 innings, gave up 3 hits. Next start, they extended him, moved him up to 5 innings. Still gave up 3 hits and only 1 earned run in those starts. So, hey, stretching him out, trying to catch a bag is Braxton Ashcraft. So give me the Pirates here in the first 5. And then another one I like here in the spot is I don't know. I'm going to take Detroit. I don't care if Framber's on the mound. Framber hasn't looked the greatest over his last few starts. Definitely not been Framber like, that's for sure. He's had 5 starts and only 3 of them been quality starts. And you get him out on the road, and he's had 12 starts and only 7 of them been quality starts. And you look at this Detroit, Charlie Morton on the bump, right? Well, over the last month, He's had 5 starts and 4 of them have been quality starts. And then you throw it to the bullpen late. And Astros bullpen has not been good. It's come down a little bit after yesterday's performance from the 11 to the 8 where it is now. But this Detroit bullpen over the last week in 7 games, no earned runs. They've been absolutely lights out. If Detroit can get that type of pitching in the playoffs, watch out. They might actually go somewhere this year. So give me the Tigers there in that matchup.
Yeah, from Rod. Just want to make note some of the changes. Yeah, it's going to be Johan Oviedo getting the start for Pittsburgh. This came out last night. Oviedo in for Ashcraft today for Pittsburgh there. Also, there was one here I want to make note here. Parker Messick will get the start here. MLB debut for Cleveland as they face Arizona. And what else do we have here? There was another one here. Martin Perez getting the start. Wow, they're getting him the start here for the White Sox. We got the NASCAR guy going for Atlanta. Hurston Waltrip. Pretty good numbers for Mr. Waltrip. They're not Waltrip like the NASCAR driver, but Waltrip is his last name there. But definitely a NASCAR guy with that name. No doubt about that. Kumar Rocker, we got notice yesterday afternoon that DeGrom, shoulder ailment, is going to miss a start. DeGrom not to pitch, Kumar Rocker. And I couldn't believe the line. I couldn't believe was with the Royals were plus 102 even after that news. The line hardly moved. Now it has moved a little bit now to Texas minus 121. So Kumar Rocker gets rocked on the road. He's going to go here for Texas as DeGrom misses a start due to going on the injured list. I think he's on the injured list. That's why they're bringing Kumar in, I believe. They said he's missing a start here, and that looks to be the only changes. Nothing crazy in the weather. We do have some 30% out there in Atlanta and Washington as far as the forecast goes. 38% in Philadelphia here. So there you go, caught up with your pitching changes and your rain and your weather. On over to Chris.
Yeah, Blue Jays Pirates got Bassett. We know he can get rocked. Ovidio, whatever his name is. I think we're going to take the over 8.5 there. I think we see some runs in this one. These Pirates seem to hit Chris Bassett very well, so we'll take up and over that one. I'm going to take, I'm going to leave Phillies alone there. Outside of maybe Phillies run line, maybe there. Just not a Luis Castillo fan. The Phillies have done well against the Mariners, but I would just take the run line there with the Phillies. Taking under, and Detroit Astros could be another sleep-inducing situation. I don't know. I don't know how many innings the Astros have gone scoreless now, but it's ridiculous. So just take it under there. I'm going to go with Parker Messick today with the Guardians of Brandon Pfaadt and take the Guardians on the money line in that one.
There we go from Chris. Move on over to Sean.
Boy, I don't want to really get behind Oviedo, but it'd have to be a run line play there with the Jays. I saw Ashcraft, so maybe it'd be an Oviedo, but
I think Oviedo Ashcraft right behind him because Oviedo go one inning.
Yeah.
You have him as an opener, and then Ashcraft behind him, and Ashcraft was real good. So
who knows? Ashcraft hasn't been terrible for them. He's a young cat. I want to take the Mariners. Again, I got one game. I'm trying to find a freebie here for the end of the show. I agree with Chris. It might be this Astros Tigers under because the Astros. Boy, they've just been terrible offensively lately. And Morton's numbers overall they're bad, but it's weird with him. He has a bad one way back when. It hasn't really brought down his ERA all that much. I can see this being an under. Oh, be fatty. Oh, I like the fat guy. That's my favorite one here. If you're asking me to put money on a game, it would be on the under Stros and Tigers. But even now, I mean. 8.5. Looks like they're begging to take the under that one. I mean, with the Astros. Holy cow. 8.5 seems high. To be 5.5, I might think about an under.
Yesterday went down to 6.5, right? Yesterday was 6.5. So yeah, it was a 7. I think it went down to 6.5.
Yeah, 6.5. There was 7s, but I think they were nervous because Scooball wasn't in the greatest form of late either. He was giving up something.
It's not a strikeout test. I got him to lead the league. I got him as the strikeout leader for the year, plus 950. So he just jumped over Crochet there. So we'll see how that holds up.
Well,
under Detroit and Houston.
Well, it's funny how they just give Detroit a pass because he's I said this again. Scooball's a free agent after next season, but they're giving Pittsburgh a hard time with Skeens, and he's got another at least 5 years with the Pirates. So just saying there. And of course, more of these highlights means less chance that Scooball is going to stay because the Yankees will scoop them up. That's going to happen. All right, I'm going to look here. Give me the over here with Toronto and Pittsburgh. Blue Jays have hit well over the past month, but their bullpen's been bad. Bassett, 12 road appearances, ERA 6.5. Pittsburgh's bullpen, nothing really to shout out about here. I'll go the over in that one. Go under here with Astros, Tigers. Look at the Astros, $1.69 in their past 6 games. Valdez, past 9 starts, ERA under 3. Tigers bullpen, good recent form. I'll go under here. Detroit now 11-4 to the under at home against winning teams. Like the end there. Yeah, I'll back the Cleveland Guardians. I don't want nothing to do with Fatty here. Faith that his past 5 starts, ERA over 6. It's the Cleveland bullpen here that has the past 28 games, ERA at 3.15. Cleveland here, I'll take them in this spot. In that spot, I'll look at the plus price here if they're still plus here with St. I'll take St. Louis here at this plus price. I don't know. I know Sandy's shown some improvement of late. I don't want to take them as a favorite though. Miami's bullpen past 29 games, ERA near 5. The Cardinals bullpen in the better form. Home night games this year, Marlins 12-21, losing 6.5 units. Marlins don't draw anybody, and they're not going to get fans. They don't get fans there at night. Definitely, it's just not a good atmosphere there. All right, let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show. Continue on with the middle block. Mets and Nationals. The Mets big favorites, $1.61, total of 9. White Sox and Braves. The White Sox are battling here. They're big dogs today. It's Atlanta, $1.82, total of 9. Yankees and the Rays. The Rays favorite. Well, you know why. Rasmussen, $1.15, total 8.5. Rangers and Royals. We're seeing Rangers now $1.21 with the news of DeGrom sitting, total of 8. Probably more so because Kumar pitching. Athletics and Twins. The Twins, $1.16, total of 9. We get started here with Rod.
And for me here in this one, or in this middle block, definitely not my favorite block of games. But give me the over. White Sox in Atlanta. They're not playing any defense whatsoever. And that series, it's been all in early and often have been the scoring. Look at me, so got the thing up to 9. So give me the over there with Savali and Waldrop going on the bumps there. So 10 plus runs again. Give me the Athletics here versus the Twins. Ober, he's sporting that 5 ERA again. I like again for the Athletics. They've also been hitting, so give me the Athletics out on the road at a little plus price there. And then I don't know. I want to take the under with Texas and Kansas City, but Kumar is on the bump. So give me yes runs first inning. I think Kumar gets rocked right up the hop. Boom! He lets one serves up the meatball in the first. And we see yes runs first inning.
Yeah, I did say Martin Perez. Yeah, Martin Perez gets us to the White Sox. Savali was moved to tomorrow there to make room for Perez comes to start for White Sox. Yeah, so we move
still
on.
like the over, even
still
if
like
Perez
the over.
Is going. Yes, even with Perez going, give me the over there. Still, we've seen no defense played in that series so far.
Yeah, it's been hot. A lot of scoring in that one. Move on over to Chris.
Yeah, I agree with the over in the White Sox Braves. These guys playing each other have made each other look really good on the bats, so that's good for them. But yeah, we'll see a lot of runs there in that one. Either way, once the bullpens get involved, like we saw yesterday, it could get a lot crazier there. Going Rangers and Royals, I'm gonna take the Royals on the money line there. Not a Kumar Rocker fan. I don't think he should be favored, so we'll go with Royals there. And definitely taking the Athletics there against Bailey Ober. I mean, if the Athletics can get to Joe Ryan, they can definitely get to Bailey Ober, who's absolutely trash. So we'll take the Athletics on the money line there.
There we go with Chris. Move on over to Sean.
Yeah, well, like we were talking off air, a lot of things going on, so I'm just getting things going on there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Major news coming in this industry. Apparently, there's rumors out there. Major news. Leave it at that.
I'm a Waldrop guy with the Braves. I like Waldrop. Nice, young arm there. But man, do I want to lay a 190? Come on, holy cow! At that price, I almost want to take Martinez. It's not been terrible. I mean, I know we saw like 25 runs last night. Where else we're at here? I was ready to take the Rays last night, and the rain delay, I got a little like, oh boy, 2-hour rain delay. I didn't know if we're going to get a what kind of game we get. We got a terrible game. Although the line is not moving. I still see like a 114 out there. I do like Rasmussen here, even though the Yanks are on a nice little win streak. This block here would be the Rays again, minus 114. And boy, that Brave. If you like the Braves, take them on their own line if you're a Brave fan. But if you could swallow an ugly dog, I think the White Sox are at plus 190 is worth a shot. So that's that.
They're competitive. I'll give them that. They beat them in the first game, and then they got 10 on them. The White Sox got 10 on them. That's can't argue that. Not at all. All right. Tell you what I think of. Speaking of ugly dogs, I'm going to fade old Kodai Senga here. What's happening to Mr. Senga? I got to take the Lord in this one. He'll be on my side. This Senga, I know he might try to raise this Nationals team. Nats hitting 270 against the division. Senga's past 5 starts, ERA approaching 6. Look at the Lord here over his past 14 appearances, ERA 2.27. I'll do a few Hail Marys and take Washington at that big plus price here, plus 162 in that one. I'm going to look the plus as well with the White Sox. White Sox hitting, man, 275 over their past 6. Braves just 232 against lefty starters. White Sox bullpen respectable. The Braves bullpen past 29 games, ERA near 5. We're going to look at the White Sox. They're now at 8-3, facing an NL team with a slugging percentage of 400 or lower, returning 8.5 units. Man, you got the Braves at this big plus price. They're now 10-14 as a home favorite of minus 150 to $2, losing 11.5 units. I'll look at the White Sox there in that one. Yeah, I got to come back here with the Athletics. I don't like what I'm seeing from this Twins team whatsoever. Athletics, their bats are hitting, man. 274 over their past 27 games. Hey, they need to start digging some holes over there, and you got this team's turned into a pretty good team. Got to tell you that right now. Over past 5 starts, ERA near 7. I'd rather take the Athletics than the Twins. So I'll look at him there in that spot there, and give me KC. I don't want the rocker. The rocker here has just been pounded here on the road. His road splits, ERA over 9. That's why he was sent to the minors to start the season, because his home road splits are horrible. Rangers hitting just 232 against lefty starters. I don't even think they hit righties very well, to be honest with you. KC 253 batting average over their past 26. Oh boy, here on the road against lefty starters this year, Texas 2-12, losing almost 10 units. So I'll take KC is now 16-3 at home, facing AL team with a slugging percentage of 400 or lower. That's a 13-unit return. Give me KC in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tonics Morning Show as we continue. What do we get some news on something? Well, I'll look at it later here. We've got the Miz on the mount for the Brewers, taking on the Cubs. Can the Brewers break the losing streak? We got the Brewers here, $1.11, total of 7. Dodgers and Rockies, when will they show? When will they not show? Well, they showed yesterday. Dodgers, $2.95, total 11.5. Reds and Angels, $1.30, total 8.5. And we go to the Giants and Padres here. The Padres here, $1.47, total sits here at 8. So 4 in the last block. We get to start with Rob.
Yeah, and first one I'm looking at is I'm going to take the Cubs in the first 5. You look at Mizorowski, his return back off the injury. He went 1.1 innings against the Reds, gave up 4 hits, 3 walks, 5 earned runs in that start in his return. So the second start back, he should be a little more improved there in that one. But on the other side of things, you look Colin Rea, he's been Mr. Lights Out. So I think he's able to mow down these Brewers and get us a win here in the first 5. You look what he's been doing in his last 3 starts. He's 1-0 with a 2.3 ERA and a 1.02 WHIP. So give me the Cubs in the first 5 in that matchup. And then I think the floodgates have opened. Take the Dodgers big. I think they will score probably another 11 or 12 on the Rockies. Give me the over there in that matchup. 11.5. Yeah, that's light. I think the Dodgers do the bulk of the heavy lift and get us over the 11.5 in that matchup. And then I think the Padres just continue to pour it on. Congratulations, Giants got themselves that 1 win in the first game of the series. Padres got it last night, 5-1. I think they do the same thing again there in that one. Win by 2.5, maybe even more. Beat up on Roop. The Roop's on fire, and the Giants are burning, and everybody's laying on out of there. So give me the Padres. They need the wins. So I think they win by 3+. So -2.5, like I said on the happy hour. Let's do it again. Run it back. Padres -2.5 again today.
There we go. And when they got the Tang. Tang went yesterday, right? So
yeah,
that's right.
Kai Wee went
Kai
over.
smoking weed Tang. That's really what we're gonna call him. Ty smoking weed. On over to Chris.
Yeah, they definitely should have checked that he was hitting people and they still weren't taking him out. It was ridiculous. Like hit two batters there. So yeah, that was ridiculous. But I'm not a JP Sears fan too much here. I mean, I'm a bigger fan than I am of Roop there. So yeah, I think we take the run line with the Padres there. JP Sears could get hit if he was playing a team that could actually hit. So don't worry about the total there. Just take the run line with the Padres. I'm going to take over in the Reds and Angels. You got Kikuchi and you got Martinez. Both of them can get hit. The Reds have been laying it on here, man. They've been hitting pretty well. So we're going to take over the 9 there. And yeah, definitely go over in Dodgers, Rockies there. Shohei, whatever. He's going to go for a couple innings and they're going to pull him, go to the bullpen. Tanner Gordon can get rocked. So yeah, we see up and over that. I think everybody in that lineup got a hit last night. So we'll go over the 11.5 in Dodgers, Rockies.
Yeah, coming out of that game, if you only got one hit, you felt like you went 0 for 5. Whenever you play the Rockies and come away with just one. Move on over to Sean.
Yeah, I'm agreeing here with these plays. 11.5 over there. That Tanner's been terrible. Whatever this kid, for Tanner Gordon's been just a wrecking ball of badness. Not even good. Oh my God, look at his numbers. So over there, what's Ohtani gonna go? An inning plus, whatever.
Well, he's going a little more, like 2.5 almost.
Exactly. I mean, come on.
It's nothing.
It doesn't make a difference. It's not like, it's Ohtani's pitching. You're not taking him because it's Ohtani. You're taking him because it's a crap Rockies team that's going to give up 9 runs in 5 innings. So there's that one. Reds Angels. Boy, I'm so annoyed. Hunter Green, big day yesterday. Can't even get the win because the bullpen cost me there. So my win total 8.5 is probably out the window for him. But I would lean that way against Kikuchi. Although I'm no Nick Martinez guy, so probably an over there like Chris likes. And Padres run line. What are we doing here with the Giants? Just an anemic set of bats. What a wasteful season for them. You got big money on anime. Like Tony, you talk about it. You go to a park you can't hit at. This whole offense is terrible.
Yeah.
Run line, just even on a regular. Forget about, I think Rod said the extended run line, right, Rod? A 2.5 you want to go?
Yes, 2.5. Like I said yesterday on the happy hour show, I said grab that 2.5. You get a nice little plus price there. So let's do it.
Yeah. Well, even 1.5 is plus 140. I mean, what's 2.5? You got to be plus like $2.
Yeah, 2 times your money. So.
207. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Padres, get it done.
Yep.
Yeah, Giants. You got Ray and you got Webb. You got 2 solid guys at the start of the rotation. You got some young guys who might be a decent 3 or 4. The bullpen was fabulous. And you look at the lineup, you figure we could hit. Got some names in there. We could hit a little bit. Yeah.
Well, that's what I say. Be careful.
Salmon, Adamant. I mean, Ramos, you got some professional kind of guys who've had success in Major League Baseball. It's not like it's some fluky,
but park.
Who are these guys?
That's why I always tell you go from a bandbox to a pitcher's park. Are you ballpark compatible?
But the entire team can't hit there, Tone. The entire team can't hit.
I know. It's like the Padres were for before they got good. There was the same situation. The Seattle Mariners, they can't hit. They can't. These West Coast teams, they just can't. These beach cities, they just can't get. They just can't. They can't get anything going. I
know they want to put a lot of emphasis on these pitchers are so great. Everybody throws 105 miles an hour. Maybe could that be part of it? Maybe. Most starters aren't thrown like that for 5 innings. Yeah. The fact that these guys are taught to the swing uppercuts to hit home runs every at bat. Don't worry about striking out. Don't worry about striking out. You just got to. Can we bring back contact hitting? Can you bring back just putting the bat on the ball, please?
Maybe expansion comes. Bring out the T-ball stand for the Giants and let them go back to T-ball days.
But it's not just them. How many teams are terrible? Look at these batting averages.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly right.
I know they're not cool. I know batting average isn't cool. I don't know. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. Getting on base is important. I don't know. Maybe I'm a Moneyball guy. I think getting on base is better than striking out, and advancing a runner is better than striking out.
You got to watch the podcast that Gary Sheffield did with Matt Barnes, what they call the Smokers or whatever the name is. He's got him and Steven Jackson do a podcast. I never see them have any baseball guys on, so I just turned on. They talked a nice conversation with Gary Sheffield. He really breaks down the differences in baseball today and the way it was when he played. I'd recommend that. It's pretty good viewing there.
Hall of Famer Gary Sheffield should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Sheffield talked about launch angles, talks about when you can't swing that fast, that hard. Your career is going to be short. Your peak is going to be shorter with the way these swings are.
Listen, I don't believe in the Giants space though. I'm not like some Giant fan. I'm just saying, if you're a fan, you got two. You're wasting two really good pitchers in their prime who are more above average than their average. It's
and they got money over there. I can't. They spend it too, so I can't. I mean, although they've tried. They tried to get Judge. They got money. The owners got money, so there's no doubt. JP Sears. Yeah, they sent him to minors after one start. The Padres. They brought back our man Rod's guy Randy Vasquez. That's how bad it was for Sears. They sent after his first start. They sent Sears down, and they brought up Vasquez. But I think they brought Sears back up again. I think he's scheduled to go. Yeah, they brought him back up.
He's pitching today against the Roop.
Yeah, so they brought him back up, but that was pretty funny that they brought Vasquez back up. Rod's guy, Randy, yeah,
brought him back.
I can do an over 8 there, Brian. Over 8.
Yeah. I like. I'll be on the Kikuchi Island here. Reds hitting just 233 against lefty starters. Martinez past 12 appearances, ERA near 5, but Kikuchi at home very respectable 2.40 ERA. And there's some pop in this Angels bets. I know I get on this Angel organization. I don't think they're very good, but they are against right-handed starters at home this year. 29-24, returning 7. Actually, they're now 29-25, returning 6 units. I'll take the Angels there. In that one, and what else? Do I have anything else in this block? I think that's all I've got in this block. Yeah, I'm gonna give me the Miz. Give me the Brewers to bounce back. I think I'll get off on Ray. Ray's really nothing special here. 25 games, ERA about 4, low strikeout rate. There 1.4 home runs per 9 innings. So Ray doesn't strike out many batters, gives up the home run. Brewers 295 batting average, past 27. Hey, they showed some spark in that game 1. They fell behind and made it close at the end. So I'll look at the Brujas in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Spix Morning Show. I used to play basketball back in the day. It wasn't good enough to play. I was playing football was a sport I like more than basketball there, Lex. But I played basketball. I played pickup basketball well into my late 30s and used to play pickup in L.A. Facing these ex-college guys who had one move. Those are the guys that don't make it in the pros because they just have one move. And that was the joke there in the back in the YS or back in the gyms is the guy just has one move. That's why I didn't make it. Who's hurt here? Someone got hurt. Let's see. Downgraded to doubtful is Vladimir Guerrero, doubtful today. So we knew that was going to happen because he's getting an MRI on his hamstring, his hammy there. All right, let's continue here on the Tony S'more Show. Single from the W today. We got the Wings, the Sparks. The Sparks are going to lay 8 in this one. Total 183.5. Over to Rod.
Yeah, for me, you look at this total. Jeez. For me here in this, Dallas is awful. Awful. Defensively, you look over their last 5, giving up 92 points a game, allowing 48% field goal shooting, and the Sparks, hey, 2-3. They haven't played their greatest basketball over the last 5. Only covered 1-4 in covering that number. Kind of lean to Dallas at the +8. I see you can probably get now in this matchup, but I'm going to take the under. Everybody's expecting this to be a track meet. It opened 180.5. It's up to 181.5 in spots. That's just way too many points for this game. Give me the under. Dallas Sparks.
There we go with Ron. On over to Chris.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. I don't know that I've seen, too many games. I don't watch WNBA anyway, but I don't know that I've seen many scores go that high on that. So I definitely agree with that. I was leaning to the over initially, but now it's up there. 183 is what I've got it at. So I'll take the under there as well. I don't think, even as bad as these two are, as far as no defense and everything they're giving up, I don't think we get up and over 183 today.
There we go from Chris. NFL schedule 2 tomorrow, 4 Friday, and then 10 on Saturday. And that's a wrap for the NFL preseason. So that's how it's going to. Oh, they're going to go up against college football. Well, why couldn't you just move those games to Sunday? Give college football a little bit of a stage there.
Hey, Lex. Hopefully, no shave till Christmas. Hopefully, that's how it is. That's what we're trying to prepare for. So, for me, it's 3 losing days, and bye. Away goes the out come the trimmers. So we're pushing for Christmas. We want to look like Santa Claus by the time Christmas rolls around. And I'll tell you, it will, because this thing grows fast.
That's
like
right.
the weeds in your front lawn. It's like, it does not take much.
There we go. All right, so tomorrow we get back into NFL preseason there, as we got the Steelers, Panthers, Patriots, and Giants there. So they give us some Thursday. I wish they would have given us Thursday yesterday when we're at Bet Bash over at the pool there, Sean. I think people were screaming and hollering on that CFL game. That was on the center screen. It was an exciting one, though. I will give it that. Probably more exciting than any preseason game. I will give it that. That game last Thursday night. There. All right.
This was what? Giants were a 2-point dog, now they're a 6-point favorite.
Yep. That's been the line. That's been the big move there for tomorrow. And I think, what else do we have? Fade the moves. Here's another one. Panthers 1.5 opener. Now Steelers 4.5.
Yeah.
So we see some
Panthers
big
money line. All right. Write that down. Panthers money line. Who's the Steelers going to roll out?
Mason Rudolph, you would think, or unless they're going to put in the starters. Russell Wilson. Right? No, he's not there anymore. Aaron Rodgers? No way.
Aaron Rodgers? Who's after that?
That's funny. All right, we got through our.
How long till they fire their coach in Pittsburgh this year?
No, I don't know.
He's been around a long time, right? I'm gonna say by
that.
week 8 he's gone.
I don't see that happen. I would put some. If you think so, that'd be a good return on your investment, because I never hear, especially with the Rooneys. I don't think the Rooneys would do something like that. That doesn't sound like something the Rooneys do.
No,
fire coach in season.
Not mid-season. No,
I don't think they've ever done that. How many coaches have they had in Pittsburgh? 3. That's it, right?
Not many. In my
right,
lifetime.
3 coaches.
Yeah.
The Steel Curtain guy, and then the guy that's on CBS. I can't remember their names anymore. And then Tomlin. I don't remember him having Cowher, right? Cowher. And then who was that? I can't remember the guy's name back in the day. The Steelers.
Chuck Noll.
No, Cowher. No. Tomlin.
No.
I can't think. I can't. I
don't see it. Those are the coaches.
Yeah. That would be a very high price if you think that's going to happen. But there you go. But again, I don't think
you expect Aaron Rodgers to all of a sudden have the career year that he didn't have in New York last year.
Well, knowing the Rooneys, they would blame the players and not the coach. I think.
That's true. Yeah, you can actually pin it all on Aaron Rodgers, no problem. He'll be the scapegoat. Yeah, because
it'll be different because he likes the finger point, but not with the Rooneys. That doesn't work with the Rooneys.
Yeah, right.
That ain't gonna work because they get rid of the players, they keep the coaches there. So, guys, we just got you. We gave you our free plays, but if you want our best bets, just click the link in the description. That'll take you right over to Tony'sPicks.com, where we have leaderboard showcasing our top performers. This is where what we got for sale today. We'll find out. Let's see what Rod's got for sale over at Tony's Picks. Heading into a good week of action here on the court and on the field. What you got, Rod, for sale today?
And for me, over at Tony's Picks today, I got my MLB play of the day over there. Going to trying to hit 3 straight to start the week. Been a solid week to get her going. So that play is available singly, or I got a 3-pack over there in the MLB. It's a Win Some Wednesday, so grab that 3-pack. That play of the day is included in that 3-pack. Or, hey, better yet, grab a week pass to join me for the rest of the week. Lots of action going. We got college football starting on the weekend. We got, as Tony alluded to, NFL preseason's back. We got more MLB, more WNBA, CFL Week 11's right around the corner as well. So lots of sports action. And we don't miss on any of the plays. The way to go is jump aboard long-term here at Tony's Picks. Because when you're aboard long-term and a capper finds that play, they want to put in 10 minutes to 2 hours before tip-off, puck drop, or kickoff. Hey, you'll get that play emailed directly to you when you're aboard long-term here at Tony's Picks. That is the way to go. So jump aboard. Take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper pass as well. Can't go wrong with that. Use Tony T at checkout. Save 15% off. But either way, jump aboard. Let's continue to crush the books.
That's right, guys. You got both Rod over at Tony's Pick. You can see plays up on the board, long subscriptions as well. Scroll down and get on board. They're all records based on $100 unit wager size. So get on board with Rod over at Tony's Picks. All right, let's take a look over at Tony's Picks for today's action. See what Chris has got for sale. Chris put together a really good past 7 days. What you got for sale, Chris?
Guys, got you a 3-pack today. Best bet, 2 premiums. Got you 2 money lines and then a first 5 run line again. We did pretty well with that yesterday, so we're going to run that back. Just hop on something, long-term, short-term. We got a lot of action coming up here. NFL, college football, still got baseball, which is my favorite thing, even though we've got all that coming up. Hop on something there. I'll have plays and all that stuff coming up. And I still got my season pass out there for baseball. I get you everything through the World Series for that price there. And then 2-for-1 capper, 2, like I tell you guys every morning, two people putting money in your pocket makes a lot of sense. So do that. It doesn't have to be me. You can find 2 of your favorite cappers on the site. A lot of people are hot right now. A lot of people cover a lot of different sports than I do. Either way, though, pair us up. Let us go to work for you. And don't forget that promo code Tony T checkout. Going to save you the 15%. And just remember that even if we have that profit guarantee, if it the loses, you'll get that back as a credit. So just make sure you do that. I've had a couple of those happen lately, but you should have got your credit back. And then you guys have hopped on with me again. I appreciate that. So just let's keep rolling on here, man. We're having a good 7 days. Really seeing the board well in baseball. So we're just gonna keep trying to win here.
Yeah, boys. Chris over at Tony's Picks. He's got his plays up there. Midweek 3-pack at best bet. Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or amount purchased will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. Get on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. All right, let's take a look, see what Sean's got for sale over at Tony's Picks for today's action. Chris, we see Sean, I should say, put up great numbers here for the year, 3,310 units of profit. Document over at Tony's Picks. What you got for sale, Sean?
Yeah, a little MLB moneymaker again. I told you, it's getting a little tight. I don't really love huge lines, but we're winning. There you go. You see MLB, nice little run. I think it's a 10-3 run or something like that. We keep it going. Listen, NFL, college football is coming. Had a great college football year last year. Again, here limited, but let's be honest, I'm not going to come in and lie about a season. You could kind of find my seasons. NFL was so winning record, but not really a profitable season there. So I'm excited. New season, as Chris says, he mentions the 2-for-1, which is great for a guy like me because I'm going to come in with baseball and college hoops and NFL and college football, a little lighter on the NBA and hockey stuff. So you want to pair me up? Awesome. You just want to get a regular package. I'm a guy you want to get on for ahead of time, 7 days, 30 days, because I put NFL out way ahead of time. So a lot of times I won't put up a package, and you're like, it says you won, but there's no package for sale. I don't like putting up a game when the line's moved. I said yesterday, and maybe it's a little constant yesterday. I was like, you don't have money. Listen, whether you're betting $1, 1,000, 100,000, if you don't have the little bankroll to bet a game 2 days out or 3 days out or something, you really got to adjust your betting habits. You should have something to bet. If you don't have one, whatever unit of play is for a future or something, just for poops and giggles, you're not gonna succeed at this business. You got to manage that bankroll, whether for today or tomorrow, 6 months from now, 6 weeks. Bankroll management is very important, not just for me, for anybody when you're betting.
Oh, yeah, and that's right. And that was when I was talking to that kid that made a really good point. He was with that Twitter guy, GRP. The other kid, he made a good point. I do well because I'm doing great in baseball. I'm not looking at football right now. I think I like this approach there because do what you're good at.
Yes.
That was the best advice anyone gave in Bet Bash since I've been there with that kid.
I don't, and that's why I say like during NBA is like, well, I'm not really loving anything in the NBA, and I have college basketball. I mean, you saw my college basketball season. Why the heck would I run into NBA?
Yeah. When
college basketball was sitting, and that's only a partial season. You didn't get the other first half of the year from here.
Yeah.
Like that was my entire year rolling along that well. Why? Oh, let me just jump into hockey because it's a Tuesday hockey night or something. Get the hell out of here. If you're going well in the sport, stick with it. Why? The money's green. Don't worry about. Well, I gotta have something here. No, you don't. You're winning. Ride the train. Ride it. Beat the horse. Who cares?
Yep.
I don't understand. No.
Sean was in the same. Sean was in that same session that I was in there with that. My poor buddy Randy McKay that wasn't in a good seat though. Sitting next to Fats was not. The Fats had some intestinal issues there, and Randy couldn't handle it. He had to leave.
I love that George pulled out a ham steak in his Ziploc bag. Who's got a Ziploc bag on Fremont Street going out to breakfast?
Yep. That was insane. And he was part of that. I know. Sean wanted to walk out of that scavenger hunt. Hey, he had a 1 in 6 chance of winning $2,500 and a free VIP pass for next season. That was $4,500.
You were there when I'm trying to get in. You're like, oh,
yeah.
I'm like, I said, here's my VIP.
Mm-hmm.
You know, here's my thing on the thing, and they're like begging me for information. Like I'm trying to get in there. Like, and I walk in there. There's 3 people in the room. I'm like, get the hell out of here. Like, I mean, you gave me I'm fighting with you for 5 minutes outside. Tony was right there. What was it? Was Loshak with us? I'm like, you gave me a hard time to get in here. There's nobody even in the room.
We felt we had a good shot.
To get in here?
You know, we felt we had a good shot because no one showed up to it. I said at the end of the day, we had a 1 in 6 chance of winning, $2,500 and then getting a $2,000 VIP ticket for next year's Pet Bash. So that wasn't bad, And I got lucky. There were 2 MIT guys. They split up the MIT guys, and I got lucky. I got one of the MIT guys, but he wasn't as smart as the other guy that won. So that was it. I was trying to angle to get with the. It was harder than hell, but the MIT guy was doing all the work, which was fine.
So the first time they did the scavenger hunt, I guess like 2 years ago, it was. I think they just had like ringer teams because there was no MIT guys. I think on my team, it started at 9 a.m. We went till like 2 o'clock, and guys are like, "Listen, I'm going to sleep." I got guys that worked too. I was like, you know what? And you had to finish as a team, or else you couldn't do it.
Right.
The winning team, which were a smart crew, didn't finish like 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night. All day.
Yeah.
Dude, again, people think like, oh, you're betters. You're a bunch of like, literally, it was like a booklet this thick.
Oh, God.
You had to go through. There was like sailing questions of flags. You had all types of deciphering stuff. And it was like, who the freak?
Yeah, I mean, the whole idea is that they're trying. They knew there's MIT guys there. They were trying to stump the MIT guys, and the regular guys like us have really no shot.
With the sailing flags, you hold up the sailing flags.
Yeah.
That's how they talk. I would be.
And
right.
you had to like.
Dad was in the Navy.
Yeah, but they were all.
I've seen them. They're in a box. He's got the.
So you had to decipher what the message was, but yes, even if you figured out what the flags were, but they were out of order, so it was like it wasn't like just.
No, they don't make that stuff easy. You gotta.
And it wasn't 6 flags. I should have saved the book. It was like 5 flags across and then like 6 rows. So you had 30 things and you had to put them in the correct. It was like, what the? Glad I didn't go to school.
We finished at 3 a.m, and I got to tell you, walking Fremont Street is crazy any time of the day, but it is so crazier at 3 a.m. on Fremont. So
it went all night too, 6 hours.
It went all night. Yeah, it went all night. Mm-hmm. We all got stumped on the last one. It was some tiger mural on top of I forgot where it was, but yeah, we all got stumped on the last one. It was very competitive. We're all competitive to the. Some of us were sharing. We were sharing because remember we didn't finish certain time. They rolled the money over, so we were sharing our notes. So someone win. We want somebody to win, right? So someone we agreed to share it. We didn't chop. Some people talked about chopping it, but no one chopped it. We all got to the final. We all got to the final at the same time. But that was something.
And if you went out of line, like we're like, oh well, this is right here. Let's stop here first because this is closer. You flip through the book. You're like, this is closer. You can't do that. It totally screw you up. You had to go in order to kind of solve. Because then you got to the last question. At least when I did it, and it was like everything together. You had to put together a phrase or something. And if you went out of order, you weren't figuring it out.
Yep. Yeah. In the Hall of Fame, we were at going between Circa, Golden Gate, and all the way down to the pizza place, and it was just nonstop walking. Poor Chris Ruffalo, he was sweating bullets, man. He was out. He was there too. He was trying to run around that Fremont Street. No, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun at the end. But anyway, guys, I got a best bet on the board from baseball today. Also, another premium for my long-term subscribers having a great year in baseball. coming off another 3-1 day yesterday. So get on board with me over at Tony's Picks. Guys, remember, hit that like, subscribe. Greatly appreciate that. With you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Use the head on over to the YouTube channel if you happen to miss any shows. We got a lot of great content over there and building over at Tony's Picks. Wait till football season starts and, of course, the NBA and more. There'll be a lot more content up there on the channel. A lot now there. So you can see if you ever want to watch one of our replays of our live show, just hit the live button. Of course, you want to type Tony's Picks in the search console there to find us and hit that subscribe button. Watch the replay of our live show. And of course, we have a members feature if you'd like to support us. Early access to my videos there and a way to support us here on the channel. Happy hour, Ron, at 5 p.m. Eastern time with the crew there. You used to see Ramon, you'll see Brian, you'll see Ron Crawford there, and Alessandro slipped in yesterday for the happy hour. There was a Contender Series fight, again, Tuesday night here on with the UFC. Hit the video tab, a lot more great content up there. Alanino's looking for the dogs, Chris with his home run props. Spreadsheet play of the day from Ron Crawford. Now look for Ron Crawford's KBO releases late night, about 8 Eastern time. We dropped that video from the KBO. Kevin Thomas coming in with baseball as well. 2-3 zone, very popular video today was Ramon, Ron, and Justin in there with the 2-3 zone. Because we tell you about the KBO videos, keep an eye for those from Ron, releasing those about 8 Eastern time. Shorts tab, more shorts up there as well. El Ninos with his -1. So a lot of great content there on the show. Of course, Rod, you've got your CFL report coming up as well as that happy hour.
Yeah, definitely tune into the happy hour, 5 p.m. Eastern. We got that rolling for you. So you see lots of cappers on there giving up plays from Tony's Picks. So definitely tune in there. Good time had by all. And yep, hey, week 11 rolling around in the CFL. So definitely be on the lookout. We'll be back with that breakdown for this week's CFL action. So be on the lookout on the YouTube channel. Definitely keep watching the YouTube channel. Lots of content over there for you to watch and get some deep dive and some quality information. So definitely head on over to the YouTube channel and check it all out.
That's right there. Check it out with Ron. Happy hour. Chris, that home run prop video is doing very well.
Yeah, it's been pretty popular there. Like I said, we hit 5 from it yesterday. 3 of them were actually from the video. 2 were from the additional comments that I put in there. I've got several that I'm going to put into the additional comments today. I just didn't have lineups with all these pitching changes and stuff with Texas and things like that. I'll be putting some more in there. I think we hit 27, 28 comments yesterday, so we're rolling right along with those comments. I'm trying to interact with you guys the best I can. I can't always get right back to you, so please be patient with me. It's hard to tattoo and answer on YouTube as well. I may have to get somebody to start answering for me there if we get too much. But anyway, so I try to answer you guys back as best I can. I try to keep you guys updated when somebody hits as well. I get a notification immediately when that happens. So anyway, we try to keep you up on that. Just remember, don't parlay, play them straight. These are plus money. I try to get you guys at least 300. Some of them are dropping below 300. It just is what it is at this point. But we're trying to just keep putting it out, man. We keep winning, and it's been a really good series. Appreciate everybody's support, and we're just going to keep putting it out.
There you go there with Chris. Check it out there. That video, that home run hit list video there. Of course, Sean got you here in the mornings as well.
Yeah, morning, Cat. Like I said, with football and stuff, I'll pop in for a night little pass to come in, say hello, drop some dinner knowledge what I'm having to eat or something, and just to stir the pot about whatever's going on that day. You know me.
Still too hot to grill at night.
What are you talking about? I grill like every day. I was grilling yesterday. I mean, it's not too bad. I think it's like in the 80s. Not too bad.
Okay, that's good. Sean will have his.
I want to get back at some chicken thighs. I enjoy chicken thighs. They're so tasty.
Oh, I love chicken thighs.
Bone out?
Oh,
Bone
my
in.
God, yeah. Bone out.
No, you got to do bone out on a grill. You put a bone in there, because if you get the bone in, you got to par cook them for like an hour in the oven and then throw them on. But, you get them boneless, you just throw them on there and they cook fast.
If the bone's on, I just grill them. Give them a good nice little char mark and then finish them off in the oven.
Yeah. With the bone, it cooks different on the grill with the bone for the thigh.
Yeah. So I agree. I when it's bone out, love it. Absolutely love it.
Well, we got to talk about the food. People asking Sean there with the buffet. So your best meal in Vegas at Bet Bash. What was your best meal, Sean?
I went to what's that, Vic Steakhouse over in the Nugget. That was the best meal. Had steak there, some lobster bisques, some nice appetizers, calamari, and some the bacon over there. Nice big thick piece of bacon. So that was good. Where else did I go to eat? I went to Saginaw's for a $30 omelet. Charge me $4 for mushrooms. So my ham and cheese omelet, $4 for mushrooms.
$4 for mushrooms.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's why Buddy had a ham steak in his Ziploc bag. He pulled it out. He was like, I ain't paying that price for a ham steak. I'll have my own ham steak.
It was processed.
I did a cheeseburger. A Victory Burger was all right. That was okay.
Did you have some wings? You went to a wings place, right?
Naked City Pizza or whatever, Naked City Wings, whatever that joint's called down. I don't know where the heck it was. I pulled in. I said, I took the little lift ride over there. And I pulled in. I'm like, I walked into this pizza place. I'm like, and it's like a hole in the wall pizza joint. I'm like, I'm supposed to meet some of my boys here. He's like, oh, they're on the bar on the other side. I was like, all right. So I walk out. Nice dive bar. It's called the Office Bar. Total dump. I loved it. You walked in. There was a jukebox. I pumped in like $30. It was like a yacht rock marathon. I played like 30 work by Steely Dan for like 4 songs in a row. And it was like soda out of a can into your cup. And the wings were pretty good. They were all right. I mean, whatever. I've had better, but they were decent. And the pizza, I'm not a big thick pizza guy. I like kind of a thin crust because I could eat more if it's thin. You could kind of – I could double up on a thin crust. The thick ones, you could only have so many. And it was Sicilian style, which is all right. I don't care about the shape. It's good. It was decent pizza. It was pretty good for Vegas, non-New York pizza, non-New Jersey pizza. It was a solid pie for sure. So that's about it.
That's about it there from the Vegas roll. I had one. I mean, the only meal I put that was worth putting up there, you saw it on Twitter. I don't usually put food, but when you do something nearly perfect, you get my vibe. The old Al Cortez prime rib.
Yeah, that looks pretty good. That was it was better than my shitty $1,000 meal over at the VIP. Although the little cake was the dessert was it was like a chocolate shell with chocolate mousse inside. So that was the tits. That was good. Although I had a Del Mar sandwich, I was down at South Point. So I had their pastrami again, which is pretty good pastrami, and then I had a French dip inside the Coronado Cafe, which was fabulous. The bread was really nice. Not a lot of meat though. It was but it was only $9.99. It was like one of their specials.
Did you have the hot dog? The hot dog special?
I didn't get the dogs because I had the free meal over at the Coronado. I had open ticket from Vinny took care of me down there, and then I got a side. I was like, let me get some pork fried rice as a side because the guy's like, oh, you don't want any French fries or nothing with the French dip. I'm like, no, I'm gonna get the rice. I was like, how big is it? He goes, oh, it's a plate. It's like a mountain of pork fried rice. I was like, I should have ate the pork fried rice and brought the cheesesteak back to my room to have later.
Yeah,
pork fried rice was a mountain.
South Point, the overnight specials.
It was Mount Fiji pork fried rice.
The overnight special is the thing there at the South Point. Steak and eggs still $4.95 from midnight to 6 a.m. So there you go.
Brian's absolutely right. Picky about pizza. Tough to find good pizza, especially if you're a New York, New Jersey guy. Finding good pizza somewhere.
That's right. All right, guys.
Very difficult.
That'll do it for this edition.
Honest opinion from a fat guy, though, Brian. I'll let you know. It was a piece of pizza out there.
We gotta get the food. Anything on your last day there with the humans and any food there, or just the local stuff? When you watch the UFC fights.
No, you had no food up. That was like a little private, I don't know how to talk about that on there.
VIP. Can't talk about it. There's a VIP section there. Sean's got VIP.
That's something I don't know if that's allowed to talk about on that.
No, you can't talk about that.
Yeah, I'll tell you that off the air. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'll tell you that one off the air. All right, guys, that'll do it for the show. Anybody anything to say before we close it out?
Yeah, here I'll give you my parlay. It's a 4-teamer today. We hit the 3-teamer on the happy hour show yesterday with St. Louis, the Padres minus the 2.5, and then we threw in the Atlanta Dream plus the 2.5 there. Hit it. So let's go for a 4-teamer today. Up it. As Sean Belomi says, don't parlay. I'm telling you, parlay it. Don't go crazy though. Put a little bit of pizza money on it, as they say. Take the Athletics on the money line. Throw in them Padres. You can take the 2.5, or you can just take the 1.5. You still get plus money, considering you're throwing it into a parlay. Take the Royals on the money line and take the Rays on the money line. Little 4-teamer for you. I'm looking at a plus 1,800 on that.
The way pizza price, we changed it to put some slice money on there.
Slice money on there. Yeah,
I saw pizzas going. There's a place that $80 a pizza there at one of the joints in Vegas. I couldn't believe that. Yeah.
I thought 2 pizzas here for $50 was expensive.
Yeah, there's an $80 pizza at one of the pizza joints. So they got it for the guy. Who's that guy that does the Food Channel guy with the spiky hair? What's his name?
Guy Fieri.
That guy. He bought a pizza from one of these places. They delivered him, and it was $80 a pie. It was crazy there. But anyway, Chris, any parlay purple from you?
Yeah, we'll do a Kansas City money line, Athletics money line, Tigers money line. Shop your number there. I didn't really like the number I got if I parlayed, so play them straight. If you get a parlay, it's 666. So you may have want to just play it straight. Be careful with that. Your home run prop of the day is gonna be Jacob Marcy from the Marlins. There, he's a plus 800 today. I think he's gonna hit up Andre Palante pretty well there. So anyway, yeah, Jacob Marcy's your home run prop for the day.
There you go. And any show picks there, Sean?
I put them in the chat already. We put them in the chat. 74.54 plus 25.80. They're probably up a little bit. Tampa Bay run line. We're going Rays run line plus 170 today. One play here. I did write down the Houston under 8.5. I crossed it off. I'm like, you know what? That 8.5 just looks like they're begging to take the under there. I don't know. Why do I think this game will be like 7-6 or something? That 8.5 looks too good. We'll go Tampa Bay, big money against Mr. Wesker's Yankees. Still in the chat, Mr. Weskers. Tampa Bay run line plus 170. There we go.
There we go. There from Sean. I got 2 team today. I'll take the Cardinals plus price and the over in the Blue Jays and the Pirates. All right. That'll do it for the show. Happy hour coming up here at 5 Eastern time. Anybody else with anything to say before we close it out?
Make it a good one.
A good one, guys. Bye, guys. Make it a winning one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony Morning Show.